For Zuellig Pharma, our purpose is to make healthcare more accessible. Having uninterrupted service for us is absolutely key. What CYFIRMA has helped us to actually do here is two different things. One is strategically, you've helped us focus in on what those real threats are coming through for our industry. But the other thing that you help us with on a day-to-day basis is really that tactical thing. You know, your DeCYFIR platform, you put a risk rating against every one of those threats and vulnerabilities that you're seeing. What it means is we can be particularly focused on a tactical level about going after those things which are happening now and are relevant for Zuellig Pharma across the 13 markets that we actually operate in. But with ransomware, you know, you were sharing a little while ago with me that the threat it's posing to organisations. Do you want to share a bit more now?
So especially with ransomware, we understood the way the evaluation in ransomware industry is happening and the way cyber criminals are capitalizing on it. They are looking at really, leaving their footprint deeper into the organization. I think what is quite important for us as a defender, as an organization to kind of embed is how do we start to create those layer defense based on those external visibility which we provide and make sure that those are embedded as part of your cyber strategy as well as your operational imperatives which you are running. In world of ransomware right now, you've got so many, like 27 different groups trying to capitalize on this. And having a visibility of that, which CYFIRMA provides, I truly believe that if organization goes about actually embedding that as part of their defense strategy, that's going to be helpful.
It is absolutely helpful. You know, Zuellig Pharma's always had a strong cyber security posture. We've been quite traditional. You spoke about multi-layered defence. We've got multi-layered defence. What we weren't seeing was the intelligence behind it. With CYFIRMA, because you've given us specific information, it enables us to take specific action. And that's been a real strength.
One of our aspirations has been always how do we go about actually providing that personalized view to organization, which is specific to their industry, which is specific to their technological stack, and which is specific to their geolocation where they're operating from. We are seeing different level of threat orchestration, starting with cyber criminals at a state level now starting to collaborate. They've got a bigger attack surface which they can actually potentially use in their favor. Their project management skills are sometimes better than us. The way they go about running a reconnaissance and finding their targets, finding gaps, finding ways of how they can come into an organization. And this is where truly, when we were thinking about CYFIRMA, we said to ourselves is that, we want to build a tool which can help organization to get that visibility.
And you mentioned reconnaissance, and your company's given us a couple of examples of where IP addresses, thanks Ritesh, I appreciate them, appeared in reconnaissance activities of some threat groups. So this enables our team to get out ahead of the particular attack actually being orchestrated and actually putting defence in place, or making sure we've got appropriate defence already in place to repel that particular attack. So the insight you've given us is really helping us focus our effort to what's actually going to happen, which has been priceless for us.
That is exactly the whole idea behind your early warnings and predictive intelligence is all about. How do we effectively provide some of those insights to organizations so that they can take action before cyber criminals come and harm us? Historically, if you look at it, Southeast Asia was never an interest for cyber criminals, but in last 3 years, surely that has changed. Cyber criminals are very much focused towards this part of the region, given all other elements like data, their collaboration, readiness of organization. Defense strategies are not very strong in this part of the region. And that's why, cyber criminals think that, this is an easy way for them to get hold of their target.
Yeah, your points are really relevant because the threat landscape is constantly evolving, and you've described how it's evolving in the region. But to keep up with the huge rate of change and the number of different vulnerabilities which are being discovered, the different types of malware, the phishing campaigns, etc. You need somebody to help you correlate all that data and to turn that into what does that mean for me? And this is where engaging a company like CYFIRMA has helped us at Zuellig Pharma, because you help take all that information out there, from geopolitical through to the regional, through to the different types of attacks which are taking place in the region, and you focus them in for us so that we can take specific action to make sure our company and those customers we serve and the clients we represent are protected in how we operate. It doesn't do away with your traditional cyber defence strategy, it enhances it and it focuses it.
Yeah, and you rightly said, Mike, we always go about advocating our clients, customers, especially about changing the way they have been looking at cyber, where insights and intelligence can be applied to your strategy, to your policy, to your process, to your people and technology. I think that will help us to solve this problem which we are dealing with right now.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure talking to you today, Mike, and thank you very much for coming along here.
Absolute pleasure, Ritesh. I enjoyed the conversation. I look forward to our further collaboration.
Thank you.